Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I'll be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 2 of our Brandenburg into an early Reich achievement guide / let's play run. Hopefully you guys did enjoy last episode, and if you did, then of course, hopefully you wouldn't mind checking out the Discord. The link will be in the description, and of course, if you're new here, then subscribing wouldn't hurt either. So, last episode, of course, we ended up annexing Pomerania, which was a lot of fun, and hopefully the music isn't too loud, but I have the feeling it was a little bit. Yeah, so last episode, we kind of annexed Pomerania, and, well, hopefully we can do a little bit more war today, but it's looking unlikely, considering how this aggressive expansion is looking right now. Thankfully, if there were to be any sort of coalition forming, it would consist of a single, maybe two nations. And that's about it, which is good. Because if they really wanted to attack, then we'd have no problem with that. Today, mainly, is the diplomatic day, where we're trying to make sure everyone still wants to vote for me, which is kind of important. One of the major things we're doing here is becoming the emperor, just to get the higher chance of inheriting Burgundy, which of course is also very important to our strategy. Now, I've never played a full Germany game. I don't know what happened to my voice there. I've never played a full Germany game where I try to use the Burgundian inheritance, is what I was saying. Obviously, I've played a Germany game before. Anyone who's seen my Germany guide has obviously seen that I've played Germany before. However, this time will be the first time I try to implement the Burgundian inheritance into a Let's Play. Now, it's not the worst thing to try to do. Of course, everyone is concerned about the Dutch rebels, which it makes sense, of course. It totally makes sense. You might end up having tons of issues that you have to deal with later on from getting this land. Mainly, of course, having the Dutch try and rise up. Now, there are a couple of ways that we can get rid of that, and I think I'll really start to explain them once we get there. If we do get there. There's really no point in explaining it if, you know, it's not going to happen in the first place. But don't worry. We'll definitely get there. It'll definitely be okay. We're also going to root out some corruption because it seems we've accrued a little bit that I wasn't rooting out. So that's not so good. We'll lose a little bit of money from that. I think we also have, we have immediate cores, state cores on these things. So as soon as they're cored, actually before they're cored, we can give them to the clergy. This would be useful for things that have high autonomy, so these regions over here will be very useful to give to the clergy. I'm thinking not Stettin, because they have the estuary. Maybe Kolberg. We'll see. We'll also want to seem interested in doing stuff with the Lübeck node, because we're going to be collecting most of our trade in the Lübeck node for the majority of the game. Of course, unless we make it towards the English Channel, which is the most profitable node we can really reach other than Genoa and Venice, but the English Channel is probably where we'll end up. So yeah, the goal for today, I don't know what the goal for today is, honestly. Survive. The operation is to survive today, pretty much, because a lot of, oh, my Electrus died. My, not my Electrus as in an Elector, but, you know, the Queen kind of died, so that's unfortunate. We will turn this immediately into a state thing. So we'll do that. Technically costs us more to have it as it is right now. But it's okay, because we're going to be giving them stuff. So the burghers, I'm only going to give them Stettin for the reasons of not power projection, but power, you know? Just having a power base. Maybe they'll get Stralsund as well. Maybe. I know the clergy I want to give Kolberg to. Maybe Neumark. I feel like Neumark is something special about it, but I don't know what it is. Neumark, for some reason I thought they had a gold mine, but I'm just losing my mind, aren't I? Okay, so, you're a 333. You would be solid to give to the clergy, but you are high influence. This would be better to give to the clergy, but of course we want to give it to the burghers when it makes contextual sense to. I think we'll give Neumark to the clergy. Well, No, we have political meddling. That'll, disappear soon enough. Meaning we don't really want to stick around when that disappears if we're going to give them something extra. So, we'll wait for that to, we'll wait for all the modifiers to expire. Although I don't think we should give them Neumark. On the other hand, we don't need to do stuff like seeking, oh no, we do need to seek support. We don't need to do stuff like recruit the Minister and the Inquisitor, which will expire first, won't they? No, the political meddling does expire first, so we don't really want to touch that. Okay, yeah, we just won't touch that for a while. Anything else we can do? I mean, we do need our manpower to recover, we do need our money to recover a little bit, so we really do just need to sit here and make sure everyone likes us, which seems to be the case more or less. Now, anyone who's seen my Burgundian inheritance guides knows that I'm pretty sure Friedrich, he starts off the age 29, he ends up dying around the age of, I think, 30 years after that. I believe somewhere between the ages of, it's been a while since I've made one of these videos, I want to say it'd be between the ages of, oh dear god, is it like 68 and 71? Is where he's most likely to die, or it's between 58 and, I think it's actually between 59 and 61. That might be it. I think that's where he's likely to have died, and is even more likely to die from that point on. Sort of like the 50% mark. So, who else wants to like me? Not really many people. Let's try Trier. Maybe Trier will like me. Now, Burgundy does not want a royal marriage yet, because they are way too over their limit. Not our limit, their limit. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little bit over. Now, generally, I know the AI gets an extra slot for diplomacy with the player. That also gives them more diplomacy with everyone else, technically. So, that Milan is a little bit worrying. Not so worrying if we become Emperor, but a little bit worrying if we don't become Emperor. Nevers will be annexed starting in 1450. We should also try to be better friends with the people around us, probably. So let's go with threatening countries. While we wait a little while. Of course, we could also hop on the Teutonic Order train, if we wanted to. Once they get declared on, maybe if Danzig goes independent, which is something we often see. Now the Diplo I'm not too interested in, nor the trade efficiency, so I think I'll take the money. Also bring up the music a little bit. And maybe look into investing in a couple advisors, because our economic base has just, I wouldn't say exploded, but has definitely improved. So I was thinking, production efficiency would of course give us a very small margin of increase. Land maintenance might be something to look into, because we'd be spending 369, so we'd save about 0.4 ducats maybe a month. Maybe not bad. Land force limit, not too interested in having a super high force limit. So let's go with the land maintenance, and let's go with the production efficiency. Both of those things will save me a little bit of money, it'll make back a bit of quick cash, while we are spending it on advisors. So, see, we hired 2 advisors, and we didn't even dip below the extra 2 ducats a month, which is nice. So it looks like Danzig did decide to revolt here, out of the Teutonic Order, so we all know how this story goes. The Teutons are going to get absolutely slapped. So, oh, apparently I can get claims on many other areas. Well, I don't mind if I do. I guess I didn't really expect that, but that's great. Now, I'm also not sure if Prussia gets its own tree. I feel like it might, but I can't be certain about that. It very well might, it very well might not. I'm not really sure. Now, I'm going to save this Trustworthy Allies thing. I think I'm going to use it when this guy dies, and if we don't get another Diplo Rep Enhancer dude, then we'll basically use that. Stability cost, stab cost modifier. I do want to hit 1 stab up before we go and do that. So we'll hit the 1 stab, and then we'll increase the modifier. They are getting a little close there. They're going to end up very, very close at 96, but we're going to be okay. We're going to be absolutely alright. That one stab that I just grabbed, by the way, was really just for getting prosperity. I'm pretty sure you have to have one stability. Prosperity can happen if stability is positive. Yes, of course. That was kind of the purpose. The whole reason we went ahead and did that. So we're gonna get some prosperity up in here. Maybe not. There has to be no unrest as well, right? Oh, only no devastation. Oh, there's devastation up here, of course. Right. My bad, my bad. We can now take the military tech, which is rather important. Yeah, I am voting for that, which is fine. Not much to do right now. I might increase the speed. Speed 5 to see what we can do. Poland is a big, big no. Saxony is my friend. Provence, I won't be able to get there. Danzig is under protection of Poland, so Brunswick it is. Meaning I can also embargo them. I don't think I embargoed everyone, which is dumb of me. I should definitely have done that. As well as with Bohemia. And then with Bohemia, I should also insult. Army professionalism. Do I want to play a professionalism game? Do I want to do that for the first time, like, ever? It's not needed because you're broken anyways as Prussia, but it would be interesting, at least, maybe. Lose loyalty. Local unrest in Mittelmark. Mittelmark would be an area. So is that plus 8 unrest for this entire area? That's a little bit dangerous, actually. These areas are sitting at -8. And how long is that? 10 years. Ooh, that's a little dangerous. I don't think I'm willing to do that. I don't think I'm really all about that. I don't have much professionalism anyway, so losing 2.5 means nothing. Just a little bit of local manpower modifier. It's a little bit upsetting, but nothing I can do about that. Pomeranian separatists also thoroughly believe they're going to rise up, and I hardly noticed that in time. Okay, just making sure I didn't speak too soon. Oh, and it looks like the Duke of Burgundy has died, unfortunately. Well, unfortunate as that may be, that is just the luck of the game, and, well, seeing as we're in Iron Man mode, there is no saves coming. This is just how it all turns out. This is how it is. So, however unfortunate it may be that we didn't get the inheritance, well, I wanted to say we gave it a shot, but we didn't really have the time to give it a shot. I mean, come on, it's been, what, 7 years since the start of the game? A little bit unlucky, I'd say. But then again, luck is the name of the game for the Burgundian inheritance. So, that's a little bit of a shame. It really is unfortunate. I was kind of really hyping that up, hoping it would happen, but, well, we'll see how situations, how the situation develops. See if we can just, I don't know, head over there anyway. It depends on a lot of stuff. But we should probably give the game a little bit of a speed boost. Also, insult them for the +1. I think I'll insult them for the +10, actually. So I get those extra points. Those extra mana points every single month, which will be great. It looks like, well, it looks like the Teutons just hit the dirt, you know, bit the dust a little, so that's a shame as well. Next, we have to choose from Poland, Provence, and Saxony. Well, Poland won't choose me. Provence seems a little useless, doesn't it? Provence won't really do much for me. Well, perhaps we'll choose Poland. I don't need Poland to be friends with me, so I think we'll just wait here. Let the game do its thing. We're going to probably try and decrease our chance of getting mauled by a coalition, which would be nice. Lose Diplo or Prestige. I think the Diplo is worth more than the Prestige right now. That means I no longer need to become the Emperor. That is interesting. Although we are poised still to do so. Do I want to have Emperorship anymore, or do I just want to have strong allies? I think I want to have strong allies now, instead of emperorship. So we're gonna do our best to try and be good friends with strong people. That might end up being Denmark. Denmark is rather strong. Unless, of course, Sweden and Norway break away. Now, actually, if I become good enough friends with Sweden, I'm thinking of a few things in my mind. I could do something similar to this. Yeah, I could probably do something kind of similar to that. See, if I'm friends with Sweden and they start to rebel, there's a chance I might be able to snag a bit of land from Denmark in the process, which would be nice. It'd be really, really nice. Alrighty then, so yeah, I'm still kind of bummed out that we didn't even get a chance to try our best to get the Burgundian inheritance. It just fired a little too early. Really unfortunate. But, what can you do? It is the name of the game, the luck of the draw, the unfortunate roll of the dice. And I'm losing innovativeness, okay. Not that I had much, but, that's a shame. I could ask for money, not really, no. I could start building ships. Hey, that's an idea. That is indeed an idea. Denmark also doesn't really like me, that's fine. Alrighty then, minus 42. That's still kind of hefty. I don't think I can invade someone else for a little while at least. Okay, so we're gonna ask for money if we give them something else. If we give the burghers this, I think that would be fine. And then we ask for a minister. Well, I don't need a minister as much as I would like an admiral, really. So I think I'll take that. Ask for the money. I think I'll just make galleys here, actually. I'll just start off by making a couple of galleys. We don't get very many sailors per month. So galleys are kind of the sailor-heavy ones. So we can't make very many galleys, but we can still make galleys. And how many is this Pomeranian stack? A little bit high, so let's grab ourselves a few more men, just in case they decide to rise up. Which they didn't, of course not. We are somehow still making money, which is kind of a miracle at this point. Pretty nice. We have ill news. I didn't read that. I should have read that. I think that was my general dying, which it definitely was. So, let me grab a new one. Yep. And he's pretty solid. Clemens Kreitz. Not bad. Not bad at the whole shock thing. Shock is the name of the game at the start of the game. That I tried to make it rhyme again, but I really can't. Anyways, yeah. Shock is pretty important, because everyone's just charging at each other with spears and horses and stuff. No one knows how to fire a gun. No one knows what a gun is at this point even, so. So, our navy is now in business. Kind of. Hardly, but still there. Sweden still likes Denmark enough. Fair enough. Lose innovativeness. I don't have much of that. In fact, I have none of that, so I might as well do that. Doesn't affect me right now, so I might as well. These rebels seem like they're never ever going to spawn. In fact, they literally are not going to spawn. Ever. Okay, that's good. How is the whole aggressive expansion thing doing? It's going down bit by bit, not bad. I do, of course, also have claims on all of Prussia. Not that I can do much about that right now, but... oh well. Let me... yep, get rid of that. See, who would try to help me? The Palatinate would try to help me. Do you have Lithuania? You're allied to Lithuania. So you don't have the PU, which means, sort of suggests to me that you didn't pick it up. Because you have a 566, which is usually a really good king given by an event. So, I think that is something stupid. Anyways. I would probably want to attack Wismar. And annex Wismar itself. These two, Wismar and Rostock, maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Let's start with putting in the spy network. And getting rid of one of these guys. Because you have allies in Anhalt over here. And at the beginning of the next year, we'll decrease the funding to the army. Okay, beautiful. Let's also do a quick time check, see where we are sitting right now. Sitting, maybe we have a minute or so left, maybe a few, not really sure. Let's go for like 3 more minutes, something like that. I would love a good story for more prestige, but I lose money and admin. Sure, I'll take the yearly prestige. Danish noble rebels, Well, as long as they're just passing through. That's uncomfortable, but as long as they're just passing through, I have no problem with it. I don't know where they think they're going, though. I think they're a little bit lost. They're definitely not in the right place. How's Sweden doing? They're getting a little bit more rebellious, which is what I like to see. Definitely what I like to see a little bit of. Yeah, it'd be really dangerous for me right now if I wanted to take a province. If I wanted to continue my perpetual warfare in the HRE, it's just not going to work out. Ooh, yikes, this is not good. Lose a lot of loyalty, I don't want that. Or they lose some power and I get a lot of autonomy in certain areas. So in Altmark, so there's Stralsund, Stettin, Altmark, over here. Okay. So, I mean, the autonomy isn't so bad in these areas. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'll lose a little bit of money each month. Yeah, a pretty solid amount of money each month, actually. But such is the price that we have to pay sometimes. Also, what year is it? What year is it? It's 56, meaning we should probably start and try to develop the Renaissance ourselves. Because having Berlin at a high development would help us out. If we can get it to 30, that would be fantastic for the age bonus. I would also like to humiliate someone, which might end up being you, but you're allied with Saxony. Okay. I might want to... I don't really want to declare war on Bohemia, but if they get out of check, then we have a couple issues. If I don't leave them... If I don't check on them every now and then, we'll have problems. Castile is just having a great day. Wow, this is amazing for Castile. They're having one of the best games I've seen. They got the inheritance, they just became the papal controller. They're also real married to Portugal, Savoy, Austria, and England, so if they happen to somehow get themselves into a PU, then that is incredible. I don't think Austria will fall into a PU, but there's a chance that England might, because the heir is Mary Lancaster, but they don't have someone to follow up after her. As for Portugal and Savoy, Savoy is doing fine. Portugal's doing fine. Looks like Castile's gonna have a strong game that we're going to have to fight a little later. Lose prestige, or the Hinterpommern area. Hinterpommern will be able to be a little bit easier to develop. Not that I'll really need to develop, but I think I'll take it for the tax, really. Yeah, that's a little bit nice. Getting that money up a little bit. Right, so we're actually pretty much capped on manpower, and I never like to be capped on manpower. I could bring myself over limit by 1. In fact, I'm already there somehow, because autonomy things, which is nice. Absolutely wonderful. Now, I might also... I could attack Magdeburg. And bring in Brunswick, who I can humiliate. Yeah, this is definitely big brain time. I gotta figure something out here. I'll figure something out between episodes, because I think we're pretty much out of time. I think we're going to fight Magdeburg, which will bring Brunswick in, but not Saxony. So we'll fight Brunswick, humiliate them out of the war. We'll also, of course, be fighting Verden, but we'll just take their money. And then Magdeburg, I guess we'll just have to full annex. I guess that's the way we're going. I think that is the law of the land, the way things are gonna go in the next episode. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.